Boy, you know what, Anthony? I was sitting here thinking about content, and I was thinking Taurus, you know? But they haven't done anything that really changed a lot. They made a micro compact to go against a SIG and all those other small guns. But I like a full-size gun. G2C, it's a great gun. It's a great gun. But if they could make this updated, boy, that'd be a great gun, wouldn't it? I wish, man. I wish.
Huh?
It's unlocked. What is, was that there before?
No, but we were the only ones in here, Doug.
It says read. Totally words here too. And totally from Taurus USA.
Wait, that's, what is that?
That's Brasilian.
Brasilian.
Ancient Brazilian language. You see? Each squiggle means a word.
No one's spoken that language. No one's spoken that language in years.
This says, follow instructions. Okay, we're gonna follow the instructions. It says here, insert Taurus G2C after opening the box on the left-hand side. Okay. Insert Taurus Gx2 on the right-hand side of the box. Okay. Now close back box. That's poor English. And it says, shape the box and repeat these words. Taurus Armas. Taurus Armas. Oh, hey, what happened?
Doug.
What happened?
Doug, what did you do? What did you do?
Broke my constitution.
Maybe that's why no one's spoken that language in years.
It happened.
What? What happened?
It worked.
What is...
The new Taurus Gx2.
My God.
Let's shoot it. Hi everybody, welcome back to Battery of Arms. I'm Doug, Anthony behind the camera. And today, you saw the ancient Brasilian language we just learned. Squiggles is where it's at. But anywho, today we have the brand new Taurus Gx2. It just got released beginning in January 2025. This is everything the box contains. You have the firearm, 2 magazines, the instruction manual. This is how you register with Taurus for the warranty. Comes with a lock by law. Now, this gun is not another Taurus G3, G2C. What it is a newer version of the Taurus G2C, which we all know as being a very inexpensive firearm that actually works very well. It's decently accurate, and it works. You can get these most of the time for under $300 in most gun stores, mid-2s even. However, it's more like a brick. The trigger could use some work, and I don't like the ergonomics of it. Come 2025, they released the Taurus Gx2, which has the ergonomics of the Gx4, just blown up to G2C size. Now, I like this better than the G2C so far. I have not shot this gun yet, but ergonomics and feel, it feels much better. It looks like either Taurus copied the HK or HK copied Taurus, because this looks a lot like the new HK CC9. Only that's $800. This gun does come with a safety, like most Tauruses do. It does have your slide lock, and here is a different kind of slide release. This here is more like a Smith & Wesson or a SIG. It doesn't have a traditional Glock style takedown. Flat face trigger, single action. It is unloaded. Nice crisp brake. It's a little heavy, but the reset on it is long, but it's got a nice feel to it. So we're gonna do some tests today with this gun. All right, here we are. We are now gonna test the Taurus Gx2. And we're gonna do 2 tests in 1 here. Now, we have never fired this firearm. I haven't oiled it. I haven't done anything to it. It came in, I bought it 2 days ago. Once again, I did buy this. It was not sent to me. Taurus doesn't know I exist. I'm just a rando who works at a gun store. So, we're gonna do 2 tests in this video. First shots in full mag +1. I like to carry my guns fully stuffed. The full capacity of the magazine and one in the chamber. We're gonna see if this gun likes that or not. First time ever loaded. All right, here's the +1. The gun is now hot. I'm engaging the safety. Fully stuffed, 13 rounds in this magazine. It went in nice and easy. That was nice. That was nice. All right, you ready?
Ready.
All right. It worked fully stuffed. I smell some burning oil. Ah, smells good. Now, the group's pretty good. Once again, I usually shoot low left on new guns especially. But you see, I got better, and as I was getting used to trigger, I started bringing it back up in the circle. That's not bad for, for what that is. Now I know how it fires. Let's see what it will devour. We're going to shoot 3 rounds of each different type into each circle and to see how accurate those certain rounds work in the gun and to see if it likes to eat all of it. Due to logistical reasons and me needing gas to get back home, since this is sponsored by my bank account, we are going down to 2 rounds of ammo per type. And we have, I believe, 5 different types, I believe? Something like that. We'll figure it out as we go. We're going to start off with the lightest round, the 50 grain Liberty Civil Defense. Now, I know some people say these rounds don't like the chamber in some guns, but I have no problem with it. And what I will be doing is aiming at those 2-inch circles, left-hand side, 1 and down. Now, if I fire 2 rounds in the center of the circle, this is going to try to improve 2 things. 1, will it function with these ammunition? And 2, how does it fire each round? Is it accurate or less accurate with certain ammos? Let's get to testing. It's loaded. You ready?
Right.
All right, Liberty Civil Defense. I don't know where my first shot went, but that was probably me. All right, next up is a Norma monolithic hollow point. I believe 90 or 95 grain. Number 2. All right, next is going to be the 100 grain critical duty light. Huh. Next shot is going to be the 115 grain full metal jacket. Next is 115 grain gold dot not civil defense. All right. Last 2 rounds is going to be 147 grain subsonic ammo. Top right. It seems to like the subsonic best, but this is my first time shooting the gun. That's my excuse. I do favor low. And these sights are iffy. I'm not a big fan of them. These are Glock sights. I don't like the sights on it. And also I noticed too, right here, on my hand at least, you see that red right there? It's beating me up pretty good right here in my bone. That way that is. It needs to be a little more angled up. But other than that, the undercut's nice. It seems to shoot good. All right, let's go on to our next test. All right, so this test I borrowed heavily from GB Guns. The Langdon tactical targets he uses and kind of the same idea he does. I like to watch him, and I like the ideas he does. So it's kind of the same idea but different. He's better than me. That's how it's different. What we're gonna do now is the two 1-inch squares. We're at 7.5 yards. Now, if you notice, when you bring your sight up, the sight is almost the same size as the squares. So I'm gonna try to squeeze slowly and be as accurate as I can. Then the last test is I'm gonna load the magazine to full capacity. Now I'm gonna let the bottom target have it. But for now, we're gonna shoot slow and steady. Wins the race. You ready?
Ready.
All right. Boy, I don't know. It just doesn't seem very accurate. And I know if you guys watched them, if you haven't watched videos before, you can look. I'm a much better shot than this. It is a new gun, I never fired it before. The trigger is kind of heavy, so I think I am pulling a little bit. It does have a heavy trigger pull. And what we'll do is, before this video is over, is I'll grab the trigger gauge, the weight trigger gauge, and we'll measure the trigger, see how heavy it is. It does seem awfully heavy. But right now we're gonna load it down with 13 rounds, and I'm gonna aim at the bottom target and just gonna go as fast as I can. I don't have the best track record so far with the GX2, so I'm gonna have 13 rounds stuffed in this magazine. Bottom target, I'm gonna let her eat and see what kind of pattern I get. You ready? Give me a beep, Anthony. Empty. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I got all 13 all within there. So that's not horrible. I mean, it's definitely, if you were standing there, it's all in the chest. That's a bad day for somebody. So far, is it good for self-defense? I'm not saying it's a bad gun. All right, for old curiosity's sake, and also, you know, we all know the G2C and G3C and the G3 series are excellent guns. Ergonomics of a brick of a mansion. But I'm curious. I'm going to aim at number 8, which is this, on the right-hand side, center circle. I want to see how I shoot this gun. I haven't shot this in probably 2 years. All right, this is actually my mom's gun. Don't tell her I took it. All right. You ready?
All right.
Sometimes change isn't better. I mean, I haven't shot that gun in like 2 years. Mom, it really is my mom's gun. I don't ever shoot that thing. I barely shoot it. The trigger on the G2C is so much lighter. A little more spongier, but lighter. I think that tells you that when I hit center, that's just it. All right, so I think we're going to go into the classroom. We got our final thoughts on the GX2, and we'll talk about it for a second.
Go.
And that concludes testing on the Taurus Gx2, their newest line in the G series. There was a question that I asked. I'm not sure if anybody else has asked this question. The trigger pull, like I said, it seemed awfully heavy. So we're just going to do a quick test on this trigger pull. 5 pounds, 13 ounces. One more test. Wasn't too bad. Oh, shit. That was 6 pounds, 4 ounces. So it's on the heavier side. Glocks are about 5, 5.5. I think with some braking, the trigger might improve. So let's talk about it quick. Taurus Gx2. Was there a problem that Taurus made that didn't need to be fixed? I'm not sure. I'm just one person. That's just one gun. It felt good to shoot. However, it did rub on my knuckle and my thumb, and the trigger pull was just heavy. You saw on the Taurus G2C, I shot much more accurate with it. Now I have shot a lot with that gun before, but not in a long time. I think it's a fine firearm. It'd be more than adequate for self-defense. There's nothing wrong with it. It's by Taurus. It's a sub $300 gun. You can find it online for under $300. I mean, it's not like it's not a SIG. It's not a SIG. It's not a Glock. It's not a Smith. However, it fills that niche in there to people who need to have a good quality firearm for defense, but can't afford it. This is where that fills that little void right there for you. Now, yay or nay? I would have to say the G2C, G3C is fine. This gun did not need to be created, in my unexpert opinion. I don't think there's any reason for it to come out. If it had a lot better trigger, optic ready, and night sights on it, I think get that for a competitive price, that wouldn't be so bad. But for the same price point, you know, in the threes, you can get the other Tauruses. You can spend a couple more bucks and get a Canic. I mean, that's just the thing. So that's what I think. What do you think? Do you think the Taurus Gx2 was worth it or not worth it? Let us know in the comments below, and if there's any other guns you'd like to see us test, comment. Remember to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the good stuff YouTube people like to ask of you before I die.
I think the ghost behind you that's being tracked on the face recognition wants to give an opinion too.
Maybe we have to do a paranormal investigation of the gun store, huh? Anyway, that's for another time. Thank you again for watching. I'm Doug. Let's see if we pull out the battery next. You're watching Battery of Arms. See you next time.